Happy Saturday, everyone. We heard someone mention yard work today. Might have been that cap guy fella, so we thought we'd go out and do a bit of yard work ourselves. I'm pretty confident our yard's a little bigger. Just a little.
37.5 acres.
Yeah, so Carmen's celebrating at the moment, so I thought I'd start filming because later on I might do a what sold video. So Carmen, what just sold?
4 pairs of jeans.
4 pairs of jeans, which is good because we've got a whole box to process.
I mean, a pair of Esprit, a pair of Guess denim, a pair of Levi's, Esprit, Guess, Levi's, and can't remember.
Well, you have to screen capture it and send it to me, darling. I'll put it right up there, okay?
Okay.
So you know how to screen capture, I hope?
Yeah.
Okay, well you send it to me and then I'll post it up right there. We'll go for a little bit of a walk. What have you been up to, Carmen?
I'm building a rock wall.
So Carmen's building a wall.
Out of the granite rocks, like...
Not like Trump's wall.
No. It's
Not to keep anyone out.
It's probably more advanced than his wall anyway. So
That's not our dog. That's Rocky. He's not our dog.
Oh, that's Rocky. He lives next door, but he's here because he loves to play with our doggies.
Hey, Dodgy.
Hey, Dodgy. You wear a hat?
Here's Frank.
Pink hat? Yeah. Look at that.
And Tiger's here. Everyone's here. We've got a fire going. A 2x2 metre fire. That's all we're allowed unless we get a permit. So here's Carmen's wall. She loves building walls. She digs up all the rocks from the path and then...
I just used a bit of bark from a dead tree, and I planted some marigold seeds in there that I picked up from when I was looking for one of the picks earlier. So hopefully they might grow. Otherwise, yeah, hopefully the kangaroos don't knock it over, or the dogs.
A whole lot of doggies. And I've been over here because we had a big tree fall down there and knock a whole bunch of trees over to here. So these are all our paths and all that get us around. So what I've been doing, I chopped him up and a few others that are around here, and this, we use it as a feature wall for a couple of years and then it becomes firewood. So I just come down here with a tractor, load it all up, and we've got a couple of weeks worth of wood there that'll be all nicely aged, quite thick at the bottom. So here's the path that I'm working on a little bit. This is why we need to do fires, because we can just sit here for a day and just burn stuff like that, but we didn't have time to do that when we're clearing. Well, there's some nice, I'm looking for some more wood to build walls with. That one there's you got to like spot the logs from a mile away. We're out here enjoying some fresh air. Thought I might just take you for a quick walk. Yeah, as I said, we'll do a recap video later of what sold the last couple of days. Probably overall one of my biggest sales weeks on Depop, but that was because of a couple of nice big buys. One going to Oklahoma, and there was no Nike or Adidas in that lot. But there was another one where I bought 50 shirts a couple of weeks back, and half I processed them and half of them weren't really what I was looking to sell, so I put them back into a lot themselves. Didn't get as much for them, but obviously being the lesser ones, I was never going to get the same, but got about a quarter of my money back on the less than stellar shirts. But this is one of our favourite parts of our property. When we first visited it to see if we wanted to buy it, we were let in. There's a gate down there that we're using to get over to there. There's a gate down there. We walked through here, which this was just nothing. This was just thick bush. Like you couldn't walk through there. It was just, yeah. But we made our way through here, and this is the area that we call Stonehenge. So yeah, I think Carmen and I were married about 3 months before we bought here. So yeah, we would have loved it. Like that could have stood up there and got married there. Had all, garden chairs all down here. But yeah, it's a beautiful spot. We love Stonehenge. There's another one of our dams. We'll show you Blue Mountain one day. That's Blue Mountain, that half, and we call our half Granite Mountain, but you can't see it. But there's 2 peaks there, and then the weather station for our area, Applethorpe, is actually on top of that mountain there. So when they show the temperature of this area, we know it's pretty accurate because it's just in our backyard pretty much. And there's Rocky doing Rocky things. I think that'll do for now, and don't know where we'll end up, but you'll see what happens. Hey everyone, it's Nate here at the packing shed, which is our garage shed multi-purpose thing that we have. I thought I'd just quickly go through our sales. Like I went through a few in the video the other day, but thought I'd go through the rest of the week, what we sold, and yeah, because tomorrow we've got another thrifter trip planned. Looking forward to that. That's hopefully will be our regular routine. Will be Mondays is when we go out and do a big thrifting trip to somewhere random in the state within a couple of hours from home. And then Wednesday or Thursday we'll do something a bit local based, something a bit fun maybe. And then on Sundays I'll do like a recap sort of video like I'm doing now. So should get into it. So this week was pretty good. It was a couple of big sales really jacked it up. So we'll get to them in a minute. So I'm going to, over here, I'm going to pop up. I learned how to do that. I've used to see it on people's videos and I was like, I really want to learn how to do that. So I've figured it out now as part of the program that I've got. So I can pop them up here like I did in the last video. And I got the jacket on because it's about 5 degrees out here in the shed right now. So it's a little bit chilly in the pajama pants, but you know, all business up top at the moment. So the first one, I think Carmen mentioned it when we're out working, which will be in the previous video. She sold a couple of jeans while we're out there in the field. So that was $35 all up, so just 3 $10 and one $5, which a lot of those were, you know, the filler bag jeans, but then also, you know, $3 to $4 purchases. So there's still profit in that. So that was quite a good sell. We just newly listed up a whole bunch of jeans in the last couple of hours on both of our depops because we just had so many that we sort of piled them up in a box and waited until the last bit to process. So we just probably put about 30 or 40 pairs of jeans up. Some really, really nice brands in there. Like I was looking up the comps and all that and couldn't believe, you know, the prices that some of these were new. So so Akuba on Depop for Carmen, Granite Mountain for me. If you want to find yourself a nice pair of jeans at a great price. The next lot, I just sold this one tonight actually, so pop up there on the screen. It was 2 pairs of these Nike shorts. Actually bought these at JCPenney back in 2003 when I was in the States because it was winter at the time, so these were end of season clearance and I've never worn them. But you know, bought them back from America. So those 2 sold for, I think it was $22 for the 2 of them as a pair because they're basically the reverse of each other. One's grey with red and one's red with grey. So sold them as a bundle. Took a little while to sell, but they are vintage-ish because I bought them back in 2003. Just a pair of Puma shorts, nothing too exciting with them. And this one we actually picked up at Texas. I grabbed it just as a, you know, I thought it was something a little bit different, a Fujitsu. I think it's for like an air conditioning, like when Percy goes around and, you know, works on air conditioners or sells them in stores and all that. So just a sales rep sort of one. But yeah, I was happy to sell that. I just, you know, we're looking for things at Quirky that pop on our pages and I thought that did. The next lot was a shirt lot. So I actually bought a whole bunch of t-shirts. Like this is all t-shirts here. I bought a big lot of 100 t-shirts a couple of months back and I processed them. About 60 of them I've got up on my shop at the moment. Like I've sold through maybe 20-ish and there was about 40 or so that weren't so great. Plus some other ones that I'd bought in lots or bought at the, you know, filler bags and all that. So I threw them all together and I think they sold for $190 for 50 shirts. So lost money, you know, compared to what I paid for them each, but you know, I did pick out, you know, 40 or 50 of the better shirts that I liked and that I thought were, you know, more worth selling, which I'll get to. There's one lot of those that sold. So that was, I think it was $190 for that, plus there was a Michael Jackson shirt that I actually bought back in 1997 at a concert. So it was my own vintage shirt. That sold for $50 in that lot. And there's a number of other items in there, but it was a good little bulk purchase altogether. The next one, oh, there was a Toowoomba rugby shirt. Our friend the Cap Guy was kind of eyeing this one off. It was quite a heavy item, that one, so it probably would have been nearly half his parcel because it was probably about a kilo jersey, that one. It was quite a nice, thick, long-sleeved Toowoomba rugby shirt. So it's the kind of stuff that I really, really want to start adding to my shop. Like I really want to look at when we travel around to find local rugby league, like, you know, like Texas and like the one that was Toowoomba, Tenterfield, Dubbo, that sort of like the real regional rugby league, and even if I find AFL as well. I really want to add a whole lot more of those to my shop. So that sold for $40, was it? Yep, $40. No, $50 that one, because it was it's a Canterbury jersey, so it's a nice thick brand, good brand. So it's a quality item, and it looked really nice. So it sold really well. Then the next lot, boom, up here, we might actually, I might end it here, and we'll actually cut to a video about that one. So I don't know whether I'll have time in that video. I forget how long it was and all that, so I might pop it up here. So it was the $195 purchase by the cap guy, and I reckon there's a few in there that probably will do better in the US market than what they will here. So I think it's a good gamble. He'll get a couple of jerseys for himself to add to his collection, a couple of really nice hats, like that Titans hat. It's brand new. I bought that from a sports shop that was clearing out 7 years ago, and yeah, brand new with tags. So yeah, that's a great hat to add to his collection. And the Gold Coast Titans, they beat my Broncos this weekend, so it was pretty bad. Like, we're in last place now for a proud team. We're in last place, so it's only up from here. But yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. But on to the next one. This one here, it is a Manly, Winter Manly. So Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. I'll get it right one day. Manly Warringah Sea Eagles Canterbury zip-up jacket. This was a great item. I found this one at the Kalani purchase, so it's probably in the $6 range, and it sold for $40. Canterbury, I'm going through that like crazy at the moment. I think it's, especially winter, it's just a great brand. It's always, popular with jackets and jerseys, and they do like the patches ones that you see everywhere and all that. So anytime I see Canterbury for a good price, I grab it. The next is a shirt lot. So this is from the stuff that I bought, the big purchase. Each of these shirts cost me about $5.50 in purchase price in the big lot. So like this one, what this sell for? $47. So what's that? $12 a shirt on average, and these cost me $5.50. So not too bad. It's getting there slowly. So like a 49ers NFC Championship one. This was the cheaper one on the lot, the Regis University Alumni. That was only $5. The rest were all priced a bit higher. This one brand new with tags. Atlanta Falcons NFL shirt. Last one dropped on the ground. LA Dodgers, like a baseball. Oh, this way, there we go. It's got like a real nice jersey sort of feel for the lettering. So I thought that was quite a nice one as well. So yeah, that lot sold for $47 all up. None of these I've added the postage to. The postage is all separately and all takes care of itself. And the final one, if you watched our Kalani video, Carmen and I walked through the door. She headed to women's like she normally does. I head over to the men's. Normally if I get done early, then I might go over and look at women's shoes, or not like that. But I'll go over to the sections that Carmen hasn't been to yet. And after I'll look through electronics and movies and video games and all that, and then I, say, is there anywhere that you haven't been to? And then I'll have a quick look. Some stores she might skim through very quickly and not find much at all, and head over my way. So we work as a team. We normally just pile them all up, and at the end we go through and sort of compare and decide if we think each one's worth getting. But yeah, at that Kalani buy, as soon as we walked through the door, I just saw this North Face thing pop out from a shelf, from a rack, and I just went bam straight to it. So that's it right here, and Carmen sold it for $40. So that was I think that might have been an $8 purchase, which was probably the I think $8 was the most expensive things they had in the store. A lot of $6, like the Manly jersey, things like that. The jacket, Manly jacket, and yeah, down to $4 for t-shirts and buttons up and all that. So that was a very, very good sale. That was what we sold. Bought that on Monday or Tuesday. I think Carmen listed it out Wednesday and sold tonight. So it's slowly getting there with the depop. Like, it's not as a fast mover as like an eBay and all that, but it's very good. It focuses very much on the clothes, and it's like a bit like Instagram and all that. So people sort of show off their they wear the clothes and things like that. So it's a good platform, and we're enjoying it. Hopefully this week the sales stats will come through tomorrow, and I'm hoping, only once I've been in the top 1,000, so I'm hoping, because this week our total sales was 703, so what Carmen was 75 of that were in her store, so my sales are over 600 for the last 4 or 5 days. So hopefully overall it was about $700-ish for the week, so hopefully that'll put me in the top 1,000. And boost my ranking up a little bit, and hopefully get a bit more exposure. So I think that's all for now. I'll get these guys wrapped up. Hopefully I'm going to edit this video and get it out tonight, and then see you for Tuesday night when I put together the video for our adventures tomorrow, which I don't want to spoil. It's going to be somewhere completely different again. Hopefully we're going to start running out of new places to go to soon, but hopefully by then we'll head off for our big trip that we're really excited about. So Carms is tucked up in bed. Someone had an afternoon, well, it's not a nana nap for me, is it? I don't know, like an old guy nap. So I had a nap this afternoon, so I should be right for a couple more hours. So we'll see you in the next couple of days out on another adventure. And until then, see yous.